Check out carmarshal.com. The link is in the description. They help support us.
A developing story, a man shot dead on the side of Interstate 89. He was killed by police yesterday.
And now it is leading to some change within the Vermont State Police. We have team coverage of this tonight. Our Connor Cyrus is taking a look at how this deadly encounter unfolded. Connor?
That's right, Kristen and Darren. A man in crisis. This appears to be yet another instance of suicide by cop. This time the stakes even higher than usual as gunfire erupted on a busy highway over the weekend. This is not something you often see on a Vermont highway. A car stopped by police, the driver walking toward the officers with a gun to his head.
Trooper Brown and Corporal Greeno continuously ordered Mr. Gregoire to put the gun down.
The deadly showdown between cops and 42-year-old Benjamin Gregoire unfolded Sunday afternoon in Bolton. Police tell us they got a call from Gregoire's ex-wife. She told them he was drunk, acting strangely, and just bought ammunition for his gun, a MAC-10. Police got Gregoire on the phone. He allegedly told them he was an alcoholic and feared he would lose custody of his kids.
Mr. Gregoire told Trooper Riggin that he was going to continue driving south on the interstate, and when he ran out of gas, he was going to, quote, end it.
Police put out an alert for his car. Trooper Christopher Brown and Corporal Richard Greeno of Richmond Police Department spotted the Honda Accord and pulled him over. They drew their guns, but they did not approach his car, and they yelled for him to drop his weapon several times. The whole encounter was caught on cruiser camera, but police are not releasing it yet.
Mr. Gregoire is then seen opening his door and stepping out of his vehicle holding a handgun, which he immediately pointed at his own head. Mr. Gregoire did not comply with verbal orders and started walking towards the officers with the gun still pointed at his own head.
He never pointed the gun at officers. Brown and Greeno fired 12 times. 3 bullets hit the Sheldon father.
As these events are unfolding, multiple vehicles can be seen traveling southbound on Interstate 89.
State police say there wasn't enough time to shut down 89.
Within a minute or two, there were shots fired.
For Trooper Brown, a former member of the state tactical team, this marks his 4th shooting, 3rd fatal. Richmond's police chief says this is the first time his department has been involved in an officer-involved shooting. Will be on administrative leave for at least 6 days. Trooper Brown will be on administrative leave longer. Kristen, Darren?
Thank you, Connor.
Cops help suicidal man with gun to his own head by killing him. Police received a call about a suicidal man, and when they pulled over his car on the side of a busy road, they waited less than 1 minute before firing 12 rounds in his direction. By Rachel Blevins, February 14, 2018. Williston, Vermont. When police received a call about a suicidal man, they located his car and initiated a traffic stop, and then when they claim he exited the car with a gun pointed at his own head, they ended his life for him by firing 12 rounds in his direction. The incident started when police received a call from the ex-wife of Benjamin Gregoire, 42, in which she said she believed he was planning to take his own life. Gregoire was struggling with alcohol addiction, he recently lost his job, and he feared losing custody of his 3 children, according to a report from the Burlington Free Press. When Melissa Gregoire called 911, she said her ex-husband's speech was slurred when he called to tell her that he had just purchased ammunition, and she believed he was going to use it to take his own life. However, it did not appear that he was a danger to anyone other than himself. A statement from the Vermont State Police confirmed that State Trooper J. Riggin contacted Benjamin Gregoire and spoke with him on the phone for 20 minutes. During that time, they claimed Gregoire said he planned to drive down the interstate until he ran out of gas and then end it, once again confirming that the only life he planned to take was his own. However, when Trooper Christopher Brown and Richmond Corporal Richard Greenough located Gregoire's car and initiated a traffic stop, he complied, and they responded by drawing their guns and ordering Gregoire out of the car, instead of approaching on foot. Vermont State Police Colonel Matthew Birmingham claimed that this approach was taken because the stop was considered high risk, but it only served to escalate the situation. Gregoire exited his vehicle with a gun pointed towards his own head. While he did not point the gun at the officers at any time, they ordered him to drop it and they claim he refused and started walking towards them. Less than 1 minute elapsed between the time Gregwa stepped out of his car and the time the officers opened fire, unleashing 12 rounds, 7 fired by Brown and 5 fired by Greenoff, 3 of which struck Gregwa. He was later pronounced dead at the hospital. The shooting occurred on the side of a busy interstate, and the multitude of bullets fired by the officers could have easily hit one of the many people in the numerous cars that were driving by. WCAX News reported that the shooting was captured by 2 police cruisers' cameras and Greenoff's body camera, and police are expected to release the footage after the department's investigation is complete. Mr. Gregwa is then seen opening his door and stepping out of his vehicle holding a handgun which he immediately pointed at his own head, Birmingham said. Mr. Gregwa did not comply with verbal orders and started walking toward the officers with the gun still pointed at his own head. As these events are unfolding, multiple cars can be seen traveling southbound on Interstate 89. The Burlington Free Press noted that this shooting was the third one involving State Trooper Brown since September 2017, and his fourth officer-involved shooting overall. One of the incidents occurred just last month when police located a bank robbery suspect with a gun pointed towards the ground. He was several hundred yards away when Brown opened fire, shooting and killing him. Reports also confirmed that Brown was removed from the Vermont State Police Tactical Services Unit about 2 weeks ago before the latest shooting. It remains to be seen whether he and Greenoff will face charges for Gregwa's death. Become a patron.
County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Sheriff County COPWATCH with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where at least I can do it. 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is if I got some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. You know, 47,000 of you so far right now. You know, $1 a day. I mean, $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.